Hello! I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a reading for Capricorn moons. How are you doing, Capricorn moons? It's very nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. There we go. So as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. Take some time to calm yourself and ground yourself, center yourself. There we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. Look, these are all upright cards. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Clarity with Virgo and the Earth element. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have Justice, Queen of Swords, the Hermit, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and lastly, Four of Pentacles. Oh, we have a little visitor. It's Cheralyn, my kitty cat. Okay, we have some very not divisive, is that the word? Decisive. Decisive energy going on here. It looks like there's something that I don't know if you're still deciding or if you've already made up your mind about whatever this is about. This is very, I don't know, something about this feels very strong and very intense and very like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. I don't care what literally anybody has to say. This is what's happening. Get used to it. Get over it. That's the feeling. But in a really good way. I think, I don't even know where to start. With this Hermit card, we'll start there. The Hermit tells me that whatever this is, well, actually, I will say too, with this Ace of Pentacles, that does make me think that this is kind of a new opportunity, a new... You know what is actually coming to me? I feel like it's a new take on something. Like, kind of going in a new direction. Not completely reinventing the wheel or doing something totally out of nowhere, but kind of being like, all right, we need to shake things up. Things need to change. This is what I'm going to do, you know? I feel like that's what's really coming across here. So I was going to say with the Hermit is about looking for wisdom internally, as opposed to like getting advice from somebody else or reading something in a book or going to some sort of person or thing outside. It's about looking inward and saying, from my past experiences and from what I believe and what I have learned, what do I think I need to do? What do I think is best? Which, as you can tell from this picture, kind of necessarily involves actively shutting out people temporarily, not forever, and being alone with yourself. So I think that whatever this is, it's something that late at night or during your quiet time or in the shower, like those times when you are alone and it's just you and your thoughts, what do you believe is right? What do you believe you need to do? What direction do you know deep down is right for you? That's what I'm feeling this is. I don't know how specific I can get with what this is about. If I had to guess, I think this is something, well, I don't know. I mean, we have all 4, what's it called here? Suits here. We got pentacles, wands. Oh, wait, we don't have cups. We've got 2 pentacles and a swords and a wand. Okay, all right. I was going to say, I think that this is something more like resource-based, like how you are making your income, or something to do with like possessions, or something that you're working towards like that. Maybe even like education. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying that for 100% sure, but just based on the cards that we have, I feel like that's what we're talking about here. I also think it's very possible that this could be about moving somewhere else, living somewhere else, but not necessarily. So I do see, though, that even though this is something that you have decided and you know deep down is right for you and what's best for you or what you want to do, I think there's still some level of having to defend this from other people, to other people. Maybe there's people who will disagree or are disagreeing with you, but I don't know. I don't really see that being a problem, to be honest. I mean, we have Queen of Swords above it. And Queen of Swords is what I was saying with that very decisive energy. She is the queen of thinking logically, being able to put emotions aside for a second and say, okay, I know that this is how I feel. I know this is what I want to do or how I'm feeling about the situation, but this is what must be done. And I'm going to do what must be done. Swords energy is all about that very clear, sharp thinking and decision making and a lot of intelligence and logic. So she sits on this little throne that I think it's crystals, but it always makes me think of ice because it's like so blue here. And she has this like furry coat. It symbolizes how she can come off as cold. And I think that this is the kind of energy that you should bring to anybody who is trying to tell you that you're wrong or whatever, or they're just disagreeing with you, is saying like, hey, I hear you. I know that's not what you want me to do, but this is what's best for me, so I'm going to do it. You know, very matter of fact. I think you are very much capable of doing that. I said that these are all upright cards, which kind of feels like there's just not really a whole lot of blockages going on. It just, all of this just feels very direct. And I think that's the energy that you can carry through this, and you should. The other thing... Sorry, Halen's back. The other thing here that we have is this Justice card, which is all about fairness and truth. I think that goes really, really hand in hand with this Queen of Swords card. It's about just doing what's right. Being impartial, being unbiased. Because true justice doesn't really involve feelings too much, you know? And again, not that we should throw them away. Emotions and feelings are very important, but there's also times when they just need to be set aside for a moment, and you just have to do what you have to do, right? In this present moment. And it's just really coming across here a lot. I'm just kind of pausing here. We have this Four of Pentacles here. Trying to figure out what it means in this case. Because Four of Pentacles comes from a fear of things being taken away from you. Something that you've worked really hard for, that you're kind of holding on to really, really tight because you're scared that somebody else is going to come take it. You can see in this, in this picture here, with some cat hair on it, sorry. You know, this person has these 4 pentacles, these 4 coins that he's worked really hard for. And he's like looking over his shoulder like, hey, don't take my coins. Don't take them. I feel like you're going to take them. Don't take them. But the person isn't even really doing anything. They're literally on the other side of the door, you know? They're outside the house. Ah, hey, Lynn. There you go. I think there's probably a part of you that's a little scared that somebody could screw this up for you, that it could all be taken away. Maybe has something to do with the Seven of Wands here. Because, I mean, the Seven of Wands is kind of looking over at this card. But usually the lesson with Four of Pentacles is I'm going to do my best. I'm going to hold on to these things and as much as I can, but also in a very reasonable way. And I can't worry about what might happen too much. There's got to be a line there. There's got to be a boundary there. And I think in this case, you're better off just trusting that things will work out how they're supposed to. This feels like something that definitely is like meant to happen and supposed to happen. It does not mean that it's going to work out exactly how you want it to, but it does mean that you can control the parts that you can, and you should, but also let things fall where they're going to. Let the cards play out how they're going to play out, you know? There's only so much you can do, and you don't want to get caught up in worrying about things that you can't control, or worrying about problems that don't exist yet, you know, and may never exist. So I don't want to muddy the waters too much. I think I've pulled out as much as I can from this reading. It's pretty straightforward, I think. But if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. If you're feeling particularly drawn to any of these cards, or if you'd like a little more explanation about any of them, on the shorts part of my channel, I have a whole bunch of those little shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about the symbolism in them, their upright meaning, as well as their reversed meaning. So if you'd like a little more information, I highly recommend you go check that out. But Capricorn moons, I'm wishing you so much luck with this situation, and lots of strength too. It looks very exciting. It looks like a lot of things moving and happening very quickly, but I think it'll feel good to you. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.